Both the ruling and opposition parties are facing a hectic week, ranging from hunger strikes to growing internal party tensions. To take a closer look at the key political movements at the National Assembly this week, we have our political correspondent Ahn Sung-jin here in the studio. Welcome back, Sung-jin.
Thank you for having me, Dami.
So, Sung-jin, the biggest issue this week was supposed to be the confirmation hearing for the nominee of a minister for budget planning and budget. Now, it seems like it didn't go as planned, right?
You're right, Dami. So the ruling and main opposition parties clashed on Monday as the National Assembly Finance Committee failed to move forward with a confirmation hearing for Lee Hye-hoon, nominee for Minister of Planning and Budget, over a dispute on the submission of requested materials, notably with Lee absent. The committee was supposed to convene at 10 a.m., but quickly became mired in partisan confrontation. Now, the PPP described the hearing as meaningless with a lack of cooperation, noting that only 15% of the requested materials have been submitted by the agreed-upon deadline. Members of the PPP called for an adjournment. The DP, on the other hand, urged the committee to proceed, arguing that hearings have been held in the past despite incomplete material and that the public should be allowed to assess the nominee. However, the proposal was rejected, and E, on the other hand, argued that everything has been handed out based on the requirements, and the deadline to adopt the confirmation hearing report is approaching on Wednesday.
Now, it's been a busy week for the ruling Democratic Party as well. Sung-jin, now how have developments unfolded there in the ruling party?
Right, so we know that former DP leader Kim Byung-gi has voluntarily withdrew from the party on Monday, 1 week after receiving an expulsion decision from the party's ethics committee. Though he had earlier called on the party leadership to expel him directly, he submitted his resignation later the same day, only 3 hours after the press conference. Now, internal tensions have also been rising within the DP over plans to reintroduce a one-person, one-vote system that would give equal weight to ballots cast by party members and delegates. Critics have argued that this system would favor the current leader, Chung Cheong-rae. Now, despite the backlash, the party leadership said it will proceed as planned with a survey of party members scheduled this week and a final vote by the Central Committee set for early next month.
Now, what about the People Power Party, Sung-jin? It seems the chairman seems very determined to get his message through, right?
Right, so he is very firm, just as you mentioned, Dami, as the People Power Party chairman Jang Dong-hyuk is now on the 6th day of a hunger strike, calling for special prosecutors to investigate alleged unification church ties and nomination-related donations. He added through a message on social media that the lack of response from the DP suggests that the corruption is serious enough to destabilize the administration. Now, meanwhile, the PPP said it has received more than 17,000 proposals in a public contest to rename the party. According to a party statement, the total number of proposals adding to the ideas previously submitted by registered party members exceeded 35,000. The party added that commonly recurring keywords included people, freedom, republic, and future, among others.
Sounds like another intense week at the National Assembly. Sung-jin, thanks for the coverage.
Thanks for having me, Dami.